Good morning. I'm having technical difficulties here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you are watching, welcome back here to High Top Sports. If you're new to today's show, how it works is we had the call-in show last night. We went for 2 hours. A lot of great call-ins. Really appreciate everybody that called in, shared their thoughts and opinions. Much appreciated. Why we do that? It's instant reaction. We get to sleep it off if we can. We come back today, we discuss it in some more length, we take a few takeaways from last night that I liked, and we talk about it some more. So welcome. Hope you guys have yourself a fantastic, beautiful Sunday with yourself and your family. And let's get right into it. Listen, man, the amount of frustration I think that we all expressed last night, it's getting to a point where it's gross. There's a lot of... Again, we talked about the stages of where we're at as fans, and we're just lethargic with it now, right? We're a laughing stock. We have someone on a super chat from a Georgia Tech fan said, "Hey, don't worry, I've been where you've been." Like that's we've got Georgia Tech fans consoling us now to help us make us feel better. And in the comment sections from last night, Miami fans were being soft. Like 80% of them. And like, I mean, not to flack on, they're like, hey, you guys are good guys. You guys played well. Like, what's going on? Everyone feels bad for us. Like, it sucks. It's brutal. A couple things that I'm frustrated about too. Napier, we talked about his presser last night. Not the shiniest thing. Said they need to go back to the drawing board. I don't know why it took 4 games to figure that out, but here we are. Something that I mentioned last night that I want to bring up again that really irritated me because people are asking about DJ and what's going on, what's happening, what are we doing? And he points to, he had an unusual offseason. And he said that. And I want to bring this up because a lot of people, I think Zach Goodall and Grant Hall were one of the two that really, and even Cam Parker to an extent, were really trying to push the envelope of like, hey, is this something that we should be concerned of? Is this something we need to, be worried about or monitor? And Napier, doubled down at every presser before the season that, hey, he's good. Like he was almost like extra confident, extra cocky about it. And we talked about it on this show. Well, I remember it because part of where my stance was like, look, if the head coach is saying we're good, like what does he got to lie about? I mean, I've always thought that he's been pretty transparent in the sense that, hey, this guy's not doing well or what have you. But no, he's good. He's good. He's going to be fine. And then we get reports that he looked good. I mean, we heard about it. Like, he's looked fantastic for multiple. And I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not mad at anybody for that. I'm more mad at the coach for telling me that he's good. And then in the middle of the season, when it doesn't look good, one points to, he had an unusual offseason. We know he had an unusual offseason, Billy. You had plenty of people asking you about it, poaching you about it, figuring out how are you navigating this? Are you sure he's the guy to go move forward with? We got DJ Lagway is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. This quarterback room and O'Hara have done creative things to make this work, to help him overcome. And he's working on all these small things. Going to be fantastic, right? We're getting creative on how he's reading the room, things like that. But now it seems like it wasn't a creativity of, hey, we're working out. It was a creativity to segregate him from everybody else. He just worked in his own little cabin all off season, right? And because now, the drama that is kind of starting to the leaks are cracking out, if you will. Okay, we read one from Dan Thompson, a tweet about him last night. Kind of look, I think people are at their wits' ends of like they don't care if there's any kind of smoke where they usually maybe would have bite their tongue of like this isn't probably the good thing to say, politically not the right move here. Nobody cares anymore. And that's what you have to take a look, even if you're Scott Strickland, like look around, it's like, dude, this is what's happening. What are we doing? Right? Look, we always bring up the Dan Mullen situation, and I get it. Like, hey, look at Dan Mullen now. Listen, we got to move past that. When he was fired, it was for the right reasons. It was needed to happen. We remember it. Like, let's not forget that he didn't care. The team had quit. Like nobody wanted to play on that football team anymore. I'm not saying that he couldn't have coached a team or he's doing well now. I understand these things, but for whatever reason, that relationship was no longer going to last. So we can't go back like if then and what could be. The big question I have for myself, and again, a lot of people have been raising these bars, and I was definitely one of the ones that kind of pushed the envelope of like, hey, let's continue to see this thing, see it through. Is how you have the worst coach in Florida football history by far. I mean, with the records that were given away, the worst start since 1986 of 1-3 with one of the most talented teams we've had in years. And it's not that we're just getting beat, right? I think I had expectations and anticipations that looked like we can come in and lose a game by a last minute field goal of like 28. This is before the season started, right? Like you're just in a hard fought game. Like Notre Dame's 2 losses, that in my opinion are great losses. Like you played really well. You got so much potential. You have so many things to be excited about. Like you guys are a good football team. You just got beat by 2 other good football teams, and they kind of had the ball at the right time. Like things have to still go your ways, and when close games happen, those things can happen. I anticipated that, right? This is nowhere near that. This looks like I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest with you. It's we talked about it last night that it's so bad. It's so bad that we fans are in a blender. Like I don't think you can watch any more film breakdowns and have a clue of what's happening. You really don't. I mean, look, 80% of it is DJ Lagway's inability to stand in the pocket and feel comfortable. I mean, we'll call it 60% because 30% of the offensive line was just straight butt cheeks last night. And we'll get into that and the numbers that support that here in just a moment. They are not playing well. One last thing, and then we'll bring Cody in here that I thought about last night that I felt like I was blind to earlier on in the year. And I have been. I've owned that, and I'm not worried about that. But if you think about it, we have had 3 defensive coordinators in the 4 years that he's been there. The defensive side of the ball, the only person that has remained the same is Peterson. You got a new D-line coach because you fired him. You got a new cornerback coach because you fired. You had 2. You're on your 3rd quarterback coach because you got rid of Will Harris last year, or he moved or what have you. There was a disagreement. I'm fine with it, right? You made changes. You got a new linebacker coach because your linebacker coach and Wynn is crushing over to A&M because he felt he should have been DC. Maybe he should have. You even went and got your DC from last year a babysitter to help him, to manage him. My point of it is that you went all in on trying to fix the other side of the football. Well done. That's what you're supposed to do. But then I looked at it, and you look to the other side of the ball, and all the problems still remain. Rob Sale's still there. Billy has refused to hire an offensive coordinator, so there's nobody to really hire or fire, which would have just been himself. So we'll call it 2 positions there because it's him, the coach, and him, the offensive coordinator. You have Russ Callaway, your tight end coach. Billy Gonzalez was brought in after the first year, so he's been there for a handful of times now. That has remained the same. The only shining spot is DeLuke, and he's beating people up. That whole side of the ball, you have refused to make changes. And if I'm Strickland, all the money that I have put into you and allowed you to spend, because people are trying to say like, oh, he hasn't had the resources. He's had the most resources from anybody I've ever seen in the coaching staff. We have the largest staff on hand. Like everyone has a handler. It's unreal. There's plenty of people to go around. Plenty of people to go around. Refusing to make changes. Scott Strickland has to figure this thing out. Someone has to figure this thing out. I don't know if it's just, and then again, we talk about the AA and where that is, and do they care? It feels like we don't right now. It feels like we don't. And then I know people are going to say, hey, well, we got to quit going to the games. You got to understand, boys. Season tickets were sold and bought. Those tickets are already paid for. This stadium's damn near 80, 90% full already. Now, people can still not go, but the money's already spent. They've already done their job. They've already won for this year in the sense when it comes to a financial standpoint. Now, concessions and merchandise sales are going to be down, which will have an impact. But in the sense of draining the swamp, I kind of want us to go and get some boo birds out. Make them feel the pressure. And I feel weird. I don't want to leave like a pitchfork type of situation here, right? We don't need to get crazy with it, but I mean, our voices need to be heard of like, well, this is not we're coming to the back of a national championship in basketball. What are we doing? What are we doing? We got a lot to go over, boys and girls. Sit back, relax. Got Cody the Prof joining us today, man. Cody, how you feeling, big guy? Good to see you.
Hey, man. Just got the actual drawing board out. Okay, so we're gonna check this out right away.
All right.
This is the old Billy. Okay. Now stick with me. Hold on.
I was wondering what you're doing over there.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to the drawing board here.
Okay. All right. Well done.
It's not gonna take me long. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'll fix that. This is the new Billy. Okay. All right. We see how the play changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And a little off tackle. Same orbital motion. That's what we're looking forward to. After the bye week. So we're back to the drawing board.
Oh, that's
back to the drawing board. That's what we got. Okay. And everybody needs to shut the hell up about it. Okay. And accept it that we are putting some wrinkles in. All right. We're gonna trust our process. Okay.
I love it. Cody's dialed in this morning, boys. I love it.
And also, I don't want to hear anything about strength and conditioning. It's not that. It's actually our defense is the problem as of last night, per the interview. Defense is not getting off the field when they need to. They're allowing drives to extend. We can't have that. Okay. I know we only put up 7 points, but here at Florida, 7 points is good enough to win. We can't give up 7 points on defense. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board on defense too, and we're gonna figure it out.
That Coach?
That's all I got.
Right.
That's it.
I love it. I love it. $2 from Nick. Looks worse in person than on TV. Wasted $700. Oof. Nick, brutal. I couldn't imagine. Because you get to see all the body language that we don't see. Like there's plenty of things that are cut off that we don't see. $2 from Army Sniper. Be on the lookout for red shirts. Look, I don't even care. I don't care.
Dallas Wilson might not even play this year.
I don't care.
Sitting out at this point.
Been watching 2025 basketball highlights to feel good. That's good. Maybe we should just have like a watch party where we just go and watch the basketball, rewatch the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
Have some highlights for us. This photo right here kind of just sums it up. This photo killed me. Nick Delatorre posted it, Jaden Ball, man, and you know there's guys out there just putting all out on the line. Jaden Ball being one of them, who got a big touchdown. And these are guys like this, Miles Graham. I mean, I'm gonna miss a lot of people. We're definitely doom and gloom where it feels like everybody's gonna leave, and it sucks because we're in an age for me where I've been able to interview a handful of these guys, get to meet them and shake their hand, to get autographs. Like you're connected more than you ever have, and it's so cool. And to see it just get burned and tossed to the wayside is it's gross. It's unfortunate. This bye week is going to be. I imagine it's got to be loud. I don't know how. I can't believe how there hasn't been more noise from players, especially with social media. I mean, kudos to the players, man. Genuinely, because I mean, if Princely is on this football team, we're seeing tweet after tweet. I mean, Jeremiah McLeod's tweeting like a little clock, but he's tweeted that every week. Like time will tell. I'm assuming. Cam Jackson even tweeted, and I loved Cam when he was on the team because I felt like we got a little bit of an insight to the team from the player's perspective, right? Like where are they at mentally? And he even tweeted last night, defense played their tails off, but something's got to change on the offense, which obviously we all know and believe. And the fact that Napier finally said we got to go back to the drawing board, at least there was some sense of like, hey, we suck, I guess, as much as it could be. But even still, with the 8-minute presser that we listened to yesterday, I was so irritated of it. Didn't just felt like we were pushing off the blame or trying to find other reasons for it not to work. Like, what are we hiding? It always feels like there's a big secret. Like I can't talk about it. We can't. That's between us. Between who, Billy? Between what? What are you defending? What are you gatekeeping from us? We see it's on the football field. It's like a relationship, right? When you think like a relationship posts all these photos on the internet and you're like, oh, that's a happy couple. Then every time you see them, they want to pull their hair out. It's like, well, which part's true?
Yeah.
I don't know. When a picture is manipulated, okay? You can cheese for 30 seconds and say smile. But every time I see you, you want to rip each other's head off. All right? That tells me more than a 1,900 photos you posted on Facebook. I got to tell you. And that's what it feels like right now. When you come out to hang out with everybody in the crowd, go out for dinner, it doesn't seem cordial. What you've been telling me and showing me ain't the truth, Billy. What are you going to look in and be like, yeah, this is on me? Dude, like it's nobody, like DJ's played horribly. Like let's not sugarcoat it. He has. And I get that. But you have continued to stick with him. You had a battle. You have 3 quarterbacks that played an entire offseason that didn't have a unique offseason. They played a good offseason. Slung the rock. The offense looked better than ever. We put up 40 points in the offense. From the 3rd and 4th string. Then Tramel Jones came in against LIU. It looked better. He looked better. With backups. With his backups. With our backups. I don't know.
Well, he refuses to sit DJ. I mean, DJ could have went out there and threw 5 picks tonight, or this last night. No, he didn't throw 5 picks, but he also didn't do anything. We had what, 30 yards of offense in the first half. 30 yards.
It's you're spot on, right? I mean, so USF, it felt like we've seen 3 DJs. USF was like, okay, we thought it was rust. LSU was just completely like throwing the game away. This game was, well, now you're non-existent. I still need you to do something. I need you to manage the game. I said this.
Can't even do that.
I said this multiple times ago, and this is where I was so excited for this season, genuinely. I was like, dude, if this guy just can come in and be Mertz-esque-like, but then have the moments of flashes, we are going to be phenomenal. He's not even doing that anymore. It's the worst quarterback play that I've seen in probably 5 to 6 years. Anthony Richardson played better. He just couldn't stay healthy, but he played better when he was out there. And that's not saying much because Anthony was horrible too.
There needs to be a documentary on what happened. I mean, this is a 30 for 30 doc special coming. I think that there's 2 things. We saw it. I don't know what game it was, but I think Coach O'Hare rides DJ. We saw it on the sideline when Billy told Coach O'Hare basically shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And get away from DJ.
Yeah.
I think Billy Napier babies DJ. And Coach O'Hare is at a point where he's like, well, I keep trying to tell him to quit throwing off platform, quit doing this, quit doing that, but then Billy overrides me.
It's the mom and dad technique.
Yeah.
Right? Dad, hey,
Billy,
dad.
And he's like, hey, well, dad's cool with it. Billy's cool with it. So I'm just going to keep acting a fool. I'm just going to keep doing whatever I want. I ain't getting benched.
Yeah. And look, they said it last night. We said it 2 weeks ago where Mertz, I said it before. It's like he looks lost. He looks like he just has nobody he can look to. And I don't know if he doesn't trust Ryan O'Hara. Maybe it goes back to where Ryan O'Hara is the mom in this scenario where it's like they're just, yeah, that's mom, but she doesn't know any better and dad doesn't care. So I'm just going to continue to do what I think is right. And again, someone brought it up yesterday. How are you, if you're watching film, I think it was Victor, if you're watching film, and that's where I keep kind of leaning on this hope of you can't tell me you don't go back and watch. If we all play this sport, especially, listen, I always say the golf thing. If you record your swing and you see, hey, I'm doing something wrong, you almost, what you do is you go over exaggerate the other way to try to break what you're doing poorly. And I just don't feel like we're doing that at all. It just doesn't make any sense that there is. It doesn't feel like any film study is being done because we watch it, we consume it because we're just obsessed. And it's like, hey, this is an easy fix. This doesn't seem to be, and then the throws are being missed on top of that. But just reading the defense just does not seem to be there at all.
But why are the throws being missed? Because he's getting away with doing whatever the hell he wants, in the pocket. He refuses to step up in the pocket. He refuses to set his feet. He always wants to throw off platform. He does this little hop thing. What's the hop? That shit's from high school, dog. Like throw that away. You're in the SEC. Like you are not fast enough to outrun these defensive linemen. Okay? We saw that last night. How many times did he have to run behind the line of scrimmage and or just get one or two because he thought he was fast enough, he was going to break it off the edge. And next thing you know, you got Bain coming down your, he's right on your ass. Like it hasn't gotten any better, which tells me, yeah, somebody might be telling him that he is wrong. But again, Billy oversteps it. You can't tell me that this cat's doing this 24/7 in practice, like even on air. So what? When the lights turn on, you're just going back to whatever you want to do? The pocket was not that bad last night. There was several times we said, just step up into the pocket. Just step up into the pocket. Just step up into the pocket. And he refuses to step up into the pocket. He literally puts himself into pressure.
Yeah.
Every time he rolls out, he's rolling out into pressure. He is the problem of his own. He's his own worst enemy. The pocket's not that muddy.
I don't know.
Step up, make the throw.
And I'm going to talk to Steve tomorrow about it. I mean, we've seen it happen. We've seen clips. I think go back to last year when Cam Jackson, I think, ripped Banks a new one in practice. How is nobody ripping this cat a new one? Like, because
Billy won't let him.
Is he not missing these throws in practice? Is it just like a completely different person? Like, this was the thing that I always bragged on that I felt good about with DJ. Is like the guy was a gamer. You could just plug him in, and he just gamed. What kills me even more so is like people were saying like Traylon Harris, and like Traylon Harris wasn't this bad. We've never had this high rated of a quarterback in Florida. I mean, out of recruiting.
I don't want another one.
It's like how like it just. I mean, it just doesn't fit right. It just doesn't fit right. Let me see here. A couple of super chats. $2. Oh, that's not it. High Top Rook. $10. Oh man, thank you. Billy coaches at third grade level is it's AIDS as hell. It's sad as hell. Maybe he's still a little drunk. $2 from Zero. Human coaches were consoling UF players. That's sad. I saw that. I saw Sap being consoled by Sean Taylor. Yeah, it is sad. $5, Mr. Wiggs. There needs to be a huge apology to the fans after they fire Billy. I don't care from who, but it needs to happen. Yeah, I think there's. Happen. I mean, there's not going to happen, but I mean, that's on Strickland. That's on Strickland for stepping up and saying, "Hey, listen, we apologize." Like that's what I would love to see. And nobody's stepping up and saying like, "Hey, this isn't the standard." We're gonna read over. Actually, I'll do it now. I'll pull up. I got some bookmarks that I want to go over. From Lagway. I'm going to demand the greatest from everybody. We're done with the playing around. It's time to get serious. And it starts with me. I've got to set the tempo. I know for a fact it's going to change because it's going to start with me. Okay.
Who's that?
Lagway.
No, when did he say that?
Last night.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Lagway. And you know, I don't know him. I've never I've talked to him for 2 seconds. Great kid. Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of having great kids because it's getting us nowhere. What do you mean? What do you mean that we're done with bro?
Playing around.
You're 5 weeks into the season. It's a quarter way over. What have you been doing? What are you doing? We're done playing? We're playing around? What, we've been playing axe grab during practice? Are you kidding me? Lagway, you can't even hit a freaking tight end on a 5-yard out.
Yeah, not the greatest quote. Not the greatest quote. I'm going to demand greatness from everybody. Bold statement. You got to be great to demand great.
Dog, hey, you have a national championship defense. Shut the hell up and make the fucking throw.
Easy. Easy. Look, I mean, there's some accountability there. I'm going to set the tempo, but agreed. You nailed on the head, and your rant there is, why does it take, we're 5 weeks into the season. I don't understand as the loss from USF, this quote would have worked. Kinda. Not this far in. Not this far in. Take a breather, big fella. Take a breather, big fella. Gator versus anybody, $5. Is 2025 DJ the worst UF quarterback in this century? That's a tough question. I mean, I don't want to just rip it off the dome there like
Centuries,
that.
how long? 10 years?
Century's 100 years. A decade would be 10 years.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Or a century, 20 years. I don't know. We're idiots.
I don't
$2.
know, dude.
$4 million NIL change Lagwood for the worst. You know, look, and we talked about this last time a little bit too. I really didn't think the money, and that's, I don't know if that's it or not. I have no idea. It could, I mean, who knows? I mean, that's the only massive change I would say in somebody. You know, you wonder. It's,
what is this?
Huey loves it.
What is this about blaming the defense on anything? Like what? Like why are we doing that? Like the defense has given up like a combined of like 35 points in the last 3 games against top-ranked opponents. Miami is a heck of an offense.
Yeah.
Did Beck look bad last night? Yes. Did they run over us when they wanted to? Yes. But we also had several stops. Cormani McClain, big INT, and guess what we got with that? A big, fat goose egg. We cannot continue momentum. It's been like this since the first game of the year, the second game of Billy Napier's tenure. We cannot keep momentum. For some reason, we find something that works running off tackle. Then we decide to try to run up the gut, which is their specialty. Their defensive line is built to not give anything up the middle. And we're going to be stubborn and run it right up the middle when Ball and Jackson. Oh, and then here's the best thing. Jackson actually looks like he wants to run the ball for the first time all season. He looks like he's been possessed, and you yank him out of the game. What are we doing? Ride the hot hand. It's not hard. Damn it, man.
Bohannon.
It's terrible.
No, you're good. Let it go, baby. I love it. We need you, little Cody, on the sideline. Bohannon, nobody's blaming the defense. Cody's referring to the comments from Napier last night. It's not the individual people. It's Napier.
No,
was
it's
like,
not the fans. It's not
the way that he was phrasing his statements felt like all it needed to be was like, defense played great. We didn't do our job, but there was like a sense of criticism for the defense still. Speaking of that Jacoby Jackson, Cody, we talked about that last night as well too. I was gonna talk about that when you said that. There's something changed. We were losing our mind. Not only we were having technical difficulties, but we were losing our mind because it was like a literally a flip switch. It was the craziest thing that I've ever seen. How this offense all of a sudden just looked like they didn't give a damn, and there was a fire, and somebody went out there and gave them the greatest speech of all time. Like Tim Tebow came down from the ashes and just fired up the boys, and they just moved. This is why I've always said it wasn't the play calling, it's just the management, because when it's flowing like it was, oh my goodness, like you just can't stop it. It's unreal to watch when everything is being executed, and the play calling is irrelevant because the thing has its potential, and it rolled right down the football field. And even though they took Jacoby, Jaden Ball picked up and ran, I agree we still should have kept Jacoby in because there was some passion, there was fire that you could use there, and then it was gone. It's like, it was like, again, I don't know, but no joke felt like everybody's like, and Billy finally looks over and goes, that's enough.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, he took the fire extinguisher to the fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, can't have that.
I can't, like, this is the questions that I would ask on Monday. Hey, Nape, talk to us about this. Don't give me some bullshit riddle response. This is how it looked. This is how it felt. This drive was exceptional. Why then? You couldn't even get that against USF. You did this against a better football team. What happened? Like if it's a science problem. We're trying to solve something. This worked. What did you do? Nothing. I just kept calling the plays. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. I would like, this is where I'm asking the players, hey, what was the difference? Speak up. Say something. What do you got to lose? Especially DJ, you're not going to get benched.
Here's another thing too. To just top it all off is that it's almost like we were like I almost felt like I was crazy at that drive. Like we're watching the drive and we're like, what is this?
Bro, I was losing
Like,
it. I thought
what is this? I thought I had one too many lattes. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was the chat was going wild. We were like, what is it? Like, is he gaslighting us? And we can't even believe there's good football. There's good football there. Like, it looked like one of the best offenses in the nation. Just like that. And then next drive, it's gone. Like, what is that?
The fact that we were down 13-0 and we scored a touchdown and you would have thought that we had just broke the record in Florida football.
You would have thought we just won a national championship off of touchdowns. That's how bad he's got us. Quit putting glass in my chili, dog. I don't appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
I've been in some bad relationships. This is the worst one. And I like crazy women.
Cody likes the abuse. We've established that on
I love the abuse.
This is too far.
I got a nickname for my wife. I call her Tornado Tiffany.
This is the worst.
Billy Napier's the worst.
He's looking at the tornado now. Look, he's worried. He's like, oh, shoot, that's here, man.
He's right here. So I was looking at her. I was seeing if I was going to get something thrown at me. Love you, babe. I love him.
He thrives. But not this one. This was just gross.
Oh, this one's bad. This one's terrible.
I don't even have a nickname for it. It's so damn bad.
Yeah. This one's I'm walking in the room, she's cheating on me right there. You know what I mean? Like Billy doing some stuff that is I mean, biblically wrong. Biblically wrong. I mean,
yeah, it was gross to see. It was gross to see it all kind of just fall apart. Yale beats $2. Napier, where's Velcro shoes? $2 from Brett Brown. He was at the game. Lagway was shook. No one in his ear. Sad, bro. Yeah, and look, that was where, I mean, I talked about that as well, too. It's just, it felt like he's just over there by himself. I don't understand it at all. This is a quick little update here. This is a quick pricing chart from StubHub. Someone posted on Twitter. You can see that the cost of this game is dropping. Look, this is what even sucks even worse. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's irrelevant. But this Texas-Florida game, man, big circle for me. Thought it was going to be the game of the year, a big turning point for this Florida team, a big recruiting opportunity along with this Miami game. It had college game day written all over it. I mean, college game day was come back to the swamp. There's no question. You had a gift here. Like, we want to say Napier's had it, we always gave him the excuse of the Mullen tenure. We gave him the excuse of the schedule. But in that same breath, you've had more money and opportunities to build the proper staff around you, and you've had opportunities with your schedule to capitalize, to build a powerhouse. I got Oregon playing Kennesaw State, Idaho Potato 7 weeks out of the year. And people are like, yeah, I want to go play there. Oregon is not on your football screen. The reason why Dylan Gabriel wasn't high on the Heisman, and I said it last year, because nobody watched Oregon football besides 2 games last year.
Well,
yet they continue to get guys to go there.
When you're kicking off at 11 o'clock, it doesn't help. USC kicked off at 11 o'clock. I ain't seen an Oregon or USC game all year, have you?
Crazy. We're prime time. This is what Miami fans trying to troll me of, like, when I said, hey, Florida's at college game day when we were in Miami. The logo carries weight. We were 1-2. You don't it's Miami's a good football team, but you don't get college game day without Florida, and we don't get it without Miami. It's a two-way street here, how this thing works. The fact they went there was, I mean, look, I think for a bit it was a close hard knock game, but Um, it's there because of the logo. I mean, you're day by day, you're slowly draining that out. You're sucking the life out of what took years to create. Wisconsin's in a similar boat. One of their guys tweeted, what took 30 years to create is gone in 3. Luke Fickell has just devastated that program, which is crazy. I was a big Luke Fickell guy. I'm in awe with that.
Yeah, my dad's not happy. He's a UW booster.
They're losing games that we like. They're not supposed to, like we have been.
Yeah. This is the thing too. Is Mario Cristobal said it best. I cannot believe this is coming out of my mouth. He said it after last year's game. If you want to look at the trajectory of this program and other programs in Florida, this is a perfect statement. This is a perfect game to look at. One is going up, and one is going down.
Yeah, and I try to mock him for that, but it's because
in the real world, if Billy Napier was a CEO and he did this to the stock prices of a company,
they
would burn him at the stake.
He's gone way, yeah. Look, that's a great point.
And you got to look at this thing like a stock. Gator football is like Chevy and Ford after the crash. Like penny stocks. We're on the pink sheets.
Cody's in his bag today, boys. 600 strong. Hey, smash the like button for some Cody here, boys. $5. Looks like he isn't getting fired yet. Wonder why. Thoughts on not having a live presser? Things seem to be getting more cryptic than they were. Yeah, I mean,
the live pressers moving away, but
the live pressers are away. We don't get live pressers when they're away. That's how that's always been. Usually they'll post them after the fact, but we played the audio. We had the audio. We played it yesterday, but I can confirm that he's at the stadium. Or he's at the stadium today, based on our boots on the ground. He's at the UF Stadium. I don't know what that means. If that's a common thing or what, but
my question is when did this thing turn so like? Were there warnings? Like, do we need to? I'm looking into the future. Do we need to? Is this like a precipice of where we need to say, oh, we've seen that before? Like, where was the red flags? Because like all summer, it was all great news. Like, his brother's tweeting, inside stuff about the team, and everything looks great. And, we're fired up and we're getting interviews. And then all of a sudden, it just like cut off. It was just like cut off. Like we were bragging about them having an open practice for media and first time ever.
It slowly got closer and closer.
And then it's like the more that DJ was closer to throw, it was like, oh shit, we gotta put this thing under wraps. We gotta put this thing under lock and key. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look, there's the conspiracy theorists that people like. They think that again, we're not. I mean, that the good news obviously sells tickets, and that's where a lot of people are pointing to, like, hey, we were lied to just to kind of buy into this situation. And I see where I could see their point now. Again, like this is where people think that we're part of this agenda. I'm not part. I'm just a fan like all of us. I want this thing to work. I have zero, return if I bump up Florida football outside of just our natural want for them to do well. But yeah, maybe that was part of the plan. Like, hey, let's get some good news. Let's. I don't want to think that these guys got together in a room, but sure does feel like it when you look back at it.
It's a $100 million business. You don't think that they strategically did this? Maybe that's why it hurts so much.
I'm trying to. Someone said Billy's out. I just keep refreshing, dude. Our Discord. Did you see the fake tweet?
Yeah.
Oh, it got me, bro. I stood up. I thought it was real.
They're not gonna fire him on a Sunday. It'd be more on a Monday, probably.
Monday, yeah. DJ and Billy, their own worst enemy, attracted to each other. Yeah, cold. Yeah, that's what it feels like. $2. Where are the crossed out Believe shirts? Glad we didn't make those shirts. That would have not done bode well. Couple of interesting tweets here. We always go over the PFF grades. Shout out to Brandon Olson for always posting those for us. I have some grades that I want to go over too, but this one was interesting. This one just again, this isn't on DJ. This is back to Napier and him not holding his staff accountable. But per PFF, the Florida Gators had just one offensive lineman finish with a pass blocking grade above 40. Above 40. And it was Jake Slaughter with 74.6.
Hey,
so everybody else.
I don't know.
And look at this. The Gators also had two linemen who registered a 0. A 0. Damian George and Bryce Lovett.
I don't know if you know this, but the way that like a grading curriculum works is 100 is the best, and like 70 is like C, and like 60 is like D. Anything below 60 means you failed. So we have a C plus in Jake Slaughter.
Let's see. That's not a C.
And
that's
the
not,
rest.
That's just a C.
That's a C. Okay.
C
so a C.
Yeah.
We got a C at center.
And
the rest
else
failed.
Was an F. Yeah.
It was an F.
Look, PFF grade.
When is enough enough? Like when do you look in the mirror and say, okay, this is not working?
Well, that's what he said. They got to go back to the drawing board, Cody. They're going to go back to the drawing board. Look, this kind of just puts a little. Well, hold on. Let me read a few things here. Let me read some of these other scores here. Ones that I found interesting. Jake Slaughter's been very disappointing too after the year that he had. But Jaden Ball was 67.4, Jacoby Jackson 65.1, Najee Harris, good for him, happy for him. He had a rough week last week, 64.5, Studevant 62.5. Vernell hasn't been the same, I would say, as he was against LIU. Hasn't really been as elusive. He was 58.7, DJ Lagway 58.5, Abrams 56.5, Jake Slaughter total score was 55.9. All-American center, 55.9. Brutal. Damian George, 51.3. Just tough. Just tough all the way around. Tough all the way around. Another important tweet here from Shannon Snell. Obviously, we know about the tweets from last week with the locker room drama. Rydell Anthony obviously played for the Gators. Tweets out, Lagway looked like he was never in this game. Everett's still not there, and he's supposed to be our leader. And at the end of the day, effort is free. I mean, you've got Gator legends that are just chewing in to a player like I've never seen. I've never seen this with Anthony, any of this. And Shannon Snell retweeted and said, message, no lies were told last week. Now quadrupling, I can't even think of another word because it's like the fifth time now he's doubling down on his comments about the locker room stuff. A Cole Kublik tweet here that we're just putting some stings on the wound here. Florida versus Miami, 141 yards, fewest in a game since 1999. Failed to reach 10 points for the first time since 2022. Scored 10 or less in consecutive games for the first time since 1989. We went 0-13 or worse on third down for the first time since 1998.
We're setting all the right records.
Unbelievable. I mean,
We've set more records
it is just so extreme. Look, like maybe like year one, you'd be like, yo, this is crazy. One hell of a like growing spurt to go through. Mm-hmm. We're not supposed to be doing this. Like this is like, so like there's like people trying to come in and troll like other fan bases. Like, dude, it's so bad. I don't care. Like there's nothing you can't hurt us right now. That's how bad it is. You can't hurt us.
It's so bad that our arch rival Miami fans don't even want to make fun of us.
Yeah, they don't even want to talk. What's the fun?
They're like, dude, it's just a bad, great defense, bad program.
It's awful. It's awful. ABK $10, man, with a little rocket. I don't know what that means, but I don't know if we're flying anywhere. Here's where it goes in. This was a post from, I assume it's real, from Silk, from Will Harris. A little DM with a chess piece. Check.
Yeah.
I love it. That looked good. I mean, this is gamemanship, right? I mean, this is part of this is how this cookie crumbles. So, it sucks. It's embarrassing, but good. And look, kudos to him for doing it behind the screens because I thought for sure I was going to see his. Maybe he did. I shouldn't say it. I don't know. Maybe he blocked me. I'll look. I have no idea. I mean, I didn't tweet at him, but you know how these guys are.
That's another thing. What's with the staff blocking podcasters and people on Twitter?
Oh, he posted checkmate 13 hours ago.
It's like Billy's telling them like, oh, we're gonna block out the outside noise. But sometimes you know what? You need a little outside noise. You need to know that shit ain't going right. You're just in like an echo chamber, Billy. Like you're in an echo chamber. That's all you're doing. You want to take zero criticism from anybody. Anybody.
We read a
Yeah, we might be a couple yahoos in our mother's basement, but I can tell you this. My high school scoring 70 points a game. You don't even know what that feels like, Billy. You ain't never scored 70 in a game.
A tweet from Dan Thompson is what Cody is referring to last night. And again, this tweet's important because these guys are connected. So the staff had meetings to unfollow people on Twitter. I don't know what the purpose or reasoning behind all that is, but whatever. They banned their staff from talking to podcasts, which is crazy when you see guys like Matt Rule starting podcasts and having fun. And I've always argued this. Like, how do you have a logo, you have arguably the best content creators I mean, I like genuinely, I would put our content creators as a whole against any college football team out there as a whole of just creativity, entertainment, you name it, connection, longevity, understanding of the program. Like we have this thing fully wrapped. We no joke. It's not even about myself. I'm talking about Allie Peak with her knowledge, with her connection. Dave Waters, the longevity that he's put into it. Our Read and React guys, their knowledge and investment they put in. Where's the magazine? It's over there. Into that magazine to make sure that you're as formed as impossible on this football team year in and year out. Then you have Silk and the guys from Stadium and Gale with Nick and Dan, who all worked at some point a part of that staff, who had conversations with the likes of Urban Meyer, who have had interviews with Billy Napier. And then you have our dorky ass podcast. You have Brandon Olson with Locked On Gators. You've got up and comers coming too, right? That are just giving you more taste. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but it's by far the best, and you don't utilize it at all. And I know for a fact that most of us wouldn't even charge to do anything. We just want to be a part of the program. We want to help it grow too. This is why I loved it when it was ran by Eddie and Jen, when it was the Gator Collective. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I've always argued that. I've just kind of stayed in my lane of like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm overreaching. But I'm at a point now where it's like, I'm for sure so I ain't trusting the guy running the damn thing. So, listen, I never talked about this. At this point, I don't care. We did some things earlier on, right? We went and made videos. We went and shot a video at Florida. We went on like during the Friday Night Lights, like first big video. It's part of our commercial. When you go onto our page, you're not subscribed, you'll see that. And everything was unlocked. So I just walked around and shot like a little hype video, hyping up Florida, hyping up why you want to come to Florida. Didn't break any rules, didn't break into anything, literally just walked through open doors. That's all that I did. And I was like, this is sick. Like, I make whatever. If something's in there, I'm going to make it work. Kind of realized like, hey, these things we can't do. I get hit up by, at the time, I can't even think of his name at this point, but he was like Billy's right-hand guy. I think he's at Miami now. It was like, hey, like he was very respectable, what have you, and said, hey, remove it. And then like this relationship kind of got very like, anytime I tweeted or did anything, he was like, hey, can you take this down? Very strange. Very strange. And I'm new to this. I'm very new to this world. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is wrong. Realizing now that I was just being bullied by the situation. So it is what it is. I mean, nobody's texting me or messaging me anymore to take anything down, but it's just.
Good luck.
Yeah, there's no way
like
now.
Give a fuck.
Yeah, there's no way now.
Like, I'm gonna say this. Also, we early on we wanted to expand High Top, and we went through some growing pains. I can tell you I can double down on what Shelton has said. I have done nothing but sat and watched other teams' podcasts to try to find some talent. When we were expanding, Florida is absolutely the best. I think we're at the top of the heap when it comes to Florida content creation. You have guys that do it full time, like Jason over at Hall of Fame for Sooners. Always compliments us that we have the
Look,
best
this
show
isn't
on
a
YouTube.
shot to to anybody. I'm talking about it as a whole. I just don't think that anybody
Yeah.
else carries the weight that
No,
or has
it's just
the
like,
options. Texas is up there. They've got a
but
lot,
why?
but nowhere near the same.
Yeah, but why not use that? Like, why not let us in? Like, why not use it? Well, I can tell you, because the program looks terrible. That's why. And if you would have had us sitting there in practices, we would have been able to tell you that DJ Lagway does not look great, and we would have been sounding the alarm way earlier, and it wouldn't have fit their narrative. That's what they want to do. They want to spin a certain narrative. And you know what? Here's the problem with spinning narratives, and when you live in an echo chamber, when it comes to war, right? When it comes to war and bullets are flying, if you got a bad squad, you got a bad squad. And that's what we have on offense. We got a bad squad. And a leader that can't take any self-accountability. That is the one thing I learned in the Marine Corps. I've had some very good leaders, and I've had some piss poor leaders, and it's ran like a football team. And when they start talking about we're gonna go back to the drawing board, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, you think those players are listening? No, they ain't listening. They're collecting their check. They're going through the motions. We saw it last night, and it's going to get even worse. There might be a game we don't even score any points.
Felt like that was going to happen last night. Muddy says, still waiting on y'all to hire me. Muddy, you got to apply, bro. You got to ask, bro. Figured you were busy. I love me some money. Guy would be a great producer. Guy could always think of topics, and for sure. Billy gets an OC by next season. Okay, Gabe, thanks, man.
Yeah, it'd be his brother.
Oh, here's another one here. Billy Napier spent 4 years and pulled in over $50 million in the building, a 1-11 team. Meanwhile, in Starksville, after replacing their coach, what's his name? The Pirate, at Mississippi State, they're 4-0. Mississippi State's 4-0 the first time since 2014. And his second year.
Yeah, Lebby out there cooking.
And they went and attacked the portal hard. And I remember we were talking because I liked the way that he was talking about his team and how excited he was. But if you looked at they attacked the portal heavily. It didn't have the same weight as Oklahoma's, but they attacked it heavily. And man, is it paying? I'm not saying that we should have attacked the portal. I don't think we don't have a talent issue. I'm just saying that they made adjustments is more so what I'm getting at.
You want to know the wild thing about that whole Jeff Lebby thing? The only reason he took that job is because he was pushed out of Oklahoma.
I know, we talk about them time to time, yeah.
That's so wild, isn't it?
Look, sometimes you're just not fit, in the right spot. But he has just. The other thing is too, Jay Shire says, sorry about the window liquor comment last night, $2. The Air Force guy.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Cody doesn't even remember it.
I do now.
I feel like a lot of these new coaches have really, they just fit. You know what I mean? Like Clark Lee, he just looks like the Vanderbilt head coach. The way that he carries himself, navigates himself, that's what a Vanderbilt coach should look like. Lebby looks like just a Mississippi State good old boy head coach. Like these coaches have embodied their surroundings. Like the board does not look like he's an Alabama head coach. Let's just be honest. Maybe he grows into that, but Napier just doesn't. And that's what Melo. I mean, it's a weird thing we're doing here, but I just don't feel like Billy has truly bought into being a Gator. If that makes sense. Just truly, the fact that he continues to wear black, it just shows dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That,
he's going to his funeral.
What are you, that's just, you're so removed. The black's cool every now and then, but and again, I'm not we're nitpicking now. We're just getting complaining, but it just, I don't know, man. I'm so burnt up from it and so frustrated. I don't even know anymore.
It, you know, it's funny because especially when you've had success with a certain type of coach in the past, loud, flashy, high octane offense. Like we've tried this before, this approach. McEwen was like Billy Napier, and
Who?
it didn't work.
McElwain?
McElwain, a lot like Billy Napier, and it doesn't. This type of coach doesn't work. That's why Kiffin feels so good to me for Florida. He feels like a Steve Spurrier, like a baby Steve Spurrier, right? We had success under Mullen, right? Same thing, flashy offense, high powered. He just quit on us because he thought he was going to get an NFL job. It is what it is. I think if Dan Mullen would have known what he knows now, I don't think he would have quit on us, and he would have probably, we would have probably been, humming. We probably would have been, winning games. But it's to the point where there's only a couple coaches you can go out and get, because if not, it's just not. It's not going to feel right, and if it doesn't feel right, that the product on the field isn't going to be right.
Two interesting tweets here. That's why I love Twitter. Like you're just consumed in it. So Steven Rodriguez retweeted Pete Thamel, who obviously is going to be ultimately the one that announces the firing.
Breaks it.
So November 21st, 2021 is when he says, "Can confirm reports that Florida is firing Coach Mullen." I don't know if this was a Sunday or not. If someone wants to check that to say if he would be fired on a Sunday, it was at 1:13 p.m. So we just surpassed that. So we've been known to fire somebody. You know what's funny is underneath that somebody tweeted Luke Fickell.
Oh God.
Oh man.
What's the date?
And we signed him to an extension in June apparently.
Who?
This was back. I'm reading the comments from 2021.
Oh yeah, we did extend him and then we fired him.
So we were fine with paying it then.
Yeah. Yeah, at one point we were paying
odds of them hiring a former Saban assistant are pretty good. Someone said Kiffin to UF then. Oh
man. That's another thing too, is like we're at one point
fired on a Sunday.
While Mullen was coaching, we were still playing McElwain, not McEwen. I don't know why I said that. I'm a retard sometimes.
Ron DeSantis said, if both FSU and Miami are undefeated on October 4th, it will be a no-brainer for game day to be in Tallahassee, blah, blah, blah. Somebody commented on that and said, anything you can do to make the Gators not suck would be appreciated. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And he commented, Ron DeSantis said, maybe I'll work up an executive order. I mean, dude, it is so bad. We got the governor out here just chiming in on it.
Billy Napier's gonna outlast Sam Pittman. I don't know how. Or no, Sam Pittman's gonna outlast Billy Napier. I don't know how, but
the other thing too is that
we're terrible.
There's been zero noise about meetings or anything, which makes me feel awful.
We can't roll this product out next year, right?
I don't know.
I mean, they can technically. He still is under contract.
Well, boys, I think we've rambled on enough.
I think imagine that. Could you imagine having to go? Like, what do we even do?
I don't know. Boys, you guys have a good Sunday. We'll see you live tomorrow morning for our Monday mashup live at 9:25 to talk about all things college football. Should be a fun show. Me, Cody, Professor, Cowboy, Ty. Might have some more videos today. I got a couple things I'm working on. So if you guys want to tune in for that, we always appreciate you. Be good. Be safe. We love you. Go Gators. Till next time, boys. Peace and love.
I don't know.